The United States of America 5-cent coin from 2004 with the D mint mark, commonly known as a nickel, is part of an important and historically meaningful series in American coinage. This coin belongs to the Westward Journey Nickel series, a special design program issued during 2004 and 2005 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the famous Lewis and Clark expedition. The expedition, which took place between 1804 and 1806, was ordered by Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, shortly after the country acquired a vast territory through the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. The purpose of the expedition was to explore the newly acquired western lands, establish trade with Native American tribes, and find a possible route to the Pacific Ocean. The explorers Meriwether Lewis and William Clark led the journey, accompanied by many others including the famous Native American guide Sacagawea, who helped them navigate unfamiliar territories. The 5-cent coin, widely called a nickel because it contains nickel metal in its alloy, has been a part of American currency since the 19th century. Modern nickels feature the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, whose image has appeared on the coin since 1938. Jefferson was not only a president, but also the principal author of the United States Declaration of Independence and a strong supporter of westward exploration and scientific discovery. Because Jefferson played such a major role in initiating the Lewis and Clark expedition, it was fitting that the Westward Journey Nickel series retained his portrait on the front while changing the reverse designs to reflect important moments and symbols of the expedition. On the obverse front side of the 2004 D nickel, the portrait of Thomas Jefferson faces left. This portrait was originally designed by Felix Schlag, the artist who created the Jefferson nickel design in 1938 after winning a national design competition organized by the United States Mint. The obverse includes several inscriptions that represent the ideals and identity of the nation. Above Jefferson's portrait is the word liberty, which symbolizes freedom and democratic values. Near the right side of the coin appears the phrase, "In God we trust." This phrase has appeared on American coins for more than a century and reflects a long-standing tradition of acknowledging faith in God within U.S. national identity. The motto became the official national motto in 1956 during a period of ideological competition between the United States and the Soviet Union in the Cold War. Beneath the portrait is the year 2004, indicating when the coin was minted. Next to the date on the 2004 D nickel is a small D mint mark, which indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint in the state of Colorado. The United States Mint operates several facilities across the country, including the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Each mint produces coins for circulation, collectors, or both. The Denver Mint has been one of the primary facilities responsible for striking large quantities of circulating coins used throughout the United States. The reverse back side of the 2004 D nickel is especially interesting because the Westward Journey Nickel series included two different reverse designs in 2004. The first design, issued early in the year, shows a Native American peace medal. These medals were historically given by Lewis and Clark to Native American leaders they met during their expedition as a sign of friendship and diplomacy from the United States government. The design of the peace medal on the coin was inspired by an original medal commission during the presidency of Thomas Jefferson. On this design, two hands are clasped in a handshake, one representing the United States and the other representing Native American tribes. Above the hands appears a crossed peace pipe and tomahawk, symbolizing both peace and strength. The inscriptions include United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents. The Latin phrase E pluribus unum is one of the traditional mottos of the United States. It means out of many one. The phrase expresses the idea that the nation is formed from many different states, cultures, and people united into one country. This motto has been used since 1782 as part of the Great Seal of the United States, and it appears on most American coins and official symbols. Later in 2004, a second reverse design was released featuring the keelboat, which was a type of river boat used by the Lewis and Clark expedition to travel along the Missouri River during the early part of their journey. This design shows a detailed image of the keelboat, with explorers navigating the waters. The boat symbolizes the spirit of exploration, courage, and discovery that defined the expedition. Like the piece metal design, the keelboat reverse also includes the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and 5 cents. Both designs were intended to educate the public about the historical importance of the expedition and the expansion of the United States across the North American continent. The physical composition of the 2004 nickel is also noteworthy. The coin is made from an alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs approximately 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. The edge of the coin is smooth, unlike coins such as quarters or dimes that have reeded edges. The durability of this copper-nickel alloy helps the coin withstand years of circulation without significant wear. From a historical perspective, the 2004 Westward Journey nickels represent a rare moment when the United States temporarily changed the design of a long-standing coin to highlight an important national anniversary. Normally, the Jefferson nickel design remained unchanged for decades. However, the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition offered an opportunity for the United States Mint to celebrate exploration, scientific discovery, and the diverse cultures encountered during the journey west. For coin collectors known as numismatists, the 2004 D nickel can be interesting depending on its condition and variety. Circulated examples are very common and usually worth their face value of 5 cents. However, coins in uncirculated condition, coins with unusual minting errors, or special proof versions produced for collectors can have higher value. Collectors often grade coins using systems developed by organizations such as the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, which evaluate factors like wear, luster, and strike quality. The words appearing on the coin, Liberty, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum, each reflect fundamental ideas in American culture and government. Liberty emphasizes personal freedom and democratic rights. In God We Trust reflects historical expressions of faith in national life. E Pluribus Unum highlights unity among diverse states and communities. Together with the portrait of Thomas Jefferson and the historical imagery of the Lewis and Clark expedition, these inscriptions transform the small 5-cent coin into a miniature representation of American history, exploration, and national identity. Today, the 2004 D story about exploration, diplomacy with Native American tribes, and the expansion of a young nation across a vast continent. For historians, collectors, and students alike, the coin represents an interesting combination of art, politics, culture, and history embedded in everyday currency. The next top. The United States of America 5-cent coin dated 2005 with the D mint mark, commonly called the 2005 D Jefferson nickel, is an important coin in modern American currency because it forms part of the special commemorative program known as the Westward Journey nickel series. This coin series was issued during 2004 and 2005 by the United States Mint to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the historic Lewis and Clark expedition, one of the most famous exploration journeys in the early history of the United States. The expedition took place between 1804 and 1806 and was commissioned by Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Jefferson ordered the expedition shortly after the country dramatically expanded its territory through the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, when the United States bought a vast region of land from France. The goal of the expedition was to explore the newly acquired lands, establish relations with Native American tribes, document plants and animals, and find a practical route to the Pacific Ocean. The journey was led by the explorers Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, and it became one of the most important exploration missions in American history. The 2005 D nickel continues the tradition of featuring the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, or front, of the coin. Jefferson has appeared on the 5-cent coin since 1938, when the design created by Felix Schlag replaced the earlier buffalo nickel design. Jefferson was chosen because of his importance in American history. He was not only the third president, but also the principal author of the United States Declaration of Independence, a philosopher of liberty and democracy, and a strong supporter of scientific exploration. His leadership in sponsoring the Lewis and Clark expedition made him a natural figure to appear on coins commemorating the bicentennial of that journey. The obverse design of the 2005 nickel is particularly interesting because it differs slightly from earlier Jefferson nickels. In 2005, the United States Mint temporarily introduced a new portrait of Jefferson created by the artist Joe Fitzgerald, which was sculpted by engraver Donna Weaver. This portrait shows Jefferson facing right rather than left, presenting a fresh and more detailed view of the historical figure. The word liberty appears prominently on the coin, symbolizing one of the fundamental values upon which the United States was founded. The year 2005 is also shown on the obverse, marking the year the coin was minted. To the right side of Jefferson's portrait appears the national motto, "In God We Trust." This phrase has appeared on many American coins since the 19th century and became the official national motto of the United States in 1956 during the tense geopolitical atmosphere of the Cold War, when the United States sought to emphasize its spiritual and democratic values in contrast to the atheistic ideology of the Soviet Union. Another feature on the coin is the D Mint mark, located near the date. This letter indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major coin-producing facilities in the United States. The Denver Mint has been producing coins for circulation since the early 20th century and plays a crucial role in supplying currency for everyday use across the country. Other facilities operated by the United States Mint include the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally produces coins without a mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint, which primarily produces collector-proof coins. The reverse side of the 2005 nickel also reflects the historical theme of westward exploration. During 2005, the United States Mint issued two different reverse designs within the Westward Journey nickel series. The first design, released early in the year, depicts the American bison, also commonly known as the buffalo. This powerful animal once roamed the Great Plains in enormous herds and played a central role in the ecosystems and cultures of Native American tribes. The design is inspired by the famous buffalo nickel, which circulated from 1913 to 1938. On the 2005 coin, the bison stands on a grassy plain, representing the vast landscapes encountered by the explorers during their journey across the American continent. Surrounding the image are the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents. The Latin phrase E pluribus unum translates to out of many one. It has been one of the traditional mottos of the United States since the 18th century. The phrase reflects the idea that the nation was formed by the union of many states and people into a single country. The motto originally appeared on the Great Seal of the United States in 1782 and has appeared on most American coins ever since. Its presence on the nickel reinforces the concept of unity and national identity. Later in 2005, the United States Mint introduced a second reverse design featuring the Pacific Ocean view encountered by the Lewis and Clark expedition when they finally reached the western coast of North America. This design shows a coastal scene with the words, "Ocean in view." Oh, the joy! These words were taken directly from the journal of Meriwether Lewis, who wrote them in 1805 when the expedition first saw the Pacific Ocean. The inscription captures the excitement and relief felt by the explorers after months of travel across mountains, rivers, forests, and plains. Like the earlier design, the reverse also includes the phrases United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents. The physical characteristics of the 2005 nickel are similar to those of other modern Jefferson nickels. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a durable metallic composition that can withstand years of circulation. It weighs approximately 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. Unlike some other coins, such as quarters or dimes, the edge of the nickel is smooth, meaning it does not have ridges or reeds. From a historical and educational perspective, the Westward Journey nickel series was designed not only as currency, but also as a way to teach Americans about an important chapter of their national history. By changing the reverse designs temporarily, the United States Mint encouraged people to learn about the challenges faced by early explorers, the landscapes they traveled through, and the interactions between American explorers and Native American tribes. For coin collectors, the 2005 D nickel is widely available because millions were produced for circulation. Most examples found in everyday condition are worth their face value of 5 cents. However, coins that are uncirculated, well-preserved, or part of special mint sets can be more valuable. Collectors often grade coins using standardized systems established by organizations such transform the small 5-cent coin into a symbolic representation of American history, ideals, and achievements. Today, the 2005 D Jefferson nickel remains a fascinating example of how everyday coins can tell important historical stories. Although it is a small piece of metal worth only 5 cents in circulation, its design connects modern Americans with the adventurous spirit of exploration that helped shape the nation's development. Through its images and inscriptions, the coin commemorates the courage of the explorers, the vision of President Jefferson, and the unity expressed in the motto, E pluribus unum. It stands as a reminder that even the smallest pieces of currency can carry deep historical meaning and cultural significance.